What's going on, good people? In today's video here for Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm going to give you guys a few tips to show you how to use photo mode and where your images are located and saved. So with that, let's get started. So to use photo mode just depends on your platform. So if you're on consoles, man, you want to press R3 and L3 together at the same time. So go ahead and press the analog triggers together and that should enable photo mode. If you're on PC, I think it's F3. So press the F3 key, or more importantly, if you're using PC with a keyboard, press F3, right? So once you enable photo mode, you have different options you can use. You could turn yourself into the king of photography, man. Put on whatever filters you feel will be appropriate, mix and match things, and make some magic, right? Now the bigger question is, where do your photos get saved once you use them in photo mode? Again, it depends on your platform and even more importantly, which service you're using. So for example, if you're on PC and you're using the Steam version, it will be on your main hard drive, which is typically your C drive, users / your username / documents / Assassin's Creed Shadows photos, right? So just follow that file directory path, man, and you should be able to get to the photos. If you're playing the Ubisoft Connect version, it's this one right here. See users, username, pictures, Ubisoft Connect, Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? So it just depends on if you're playing on PC and which service you're using will influence where your photos get saved. Consoles is a whole nother bag, right? So consoles is a whole nother trail mix right here, man. If you're playing on consoles, they can be found in a few different locations. So for example, man, after you take your photo, what you can do is you can find your photos on an online repository. Just do a Google search for Ubisoft AC Shadows photo mode, right? Ubisoft AC Shadows photo mode, and that will bring you to a link where you could sign in. I know, right? They got all kind of steps. Bring you to a link, you will sign in and you will see your photos that you've taken in a thumbnail kind of fashion. I didn't want to provide the link because I think the link changes depending on your region, or they may even change the link in the future, who knows. But just do a Google search for Ubisoft AC Shadows photo mode, and you should be able to access the online repo, sign in, create the credentials, and then go from there. Now if you want to access it from in-game, after you take your photos, bring up the map, right? So once you bring up the map, you will see this like square icon, and that square icon allows you to either full screen the photo image by pressing A, or you could cycle through the photos by pressing right trigger and A if you're on Xbox. I think on PlayStation it would be X. And then once you bring that up, even from the map mode, you could just cycle through the photos by pressing right trigger, and it will cycle through the photos that you've taken in that location or in that region, right? So just look for that icon right there, that square icon once you're on the map, and then that'll show you your photos, right? So, and I think all of this works only if you're online. So only if you're connected and if you're online, this functionality here like this works. If you're not, I don't think it works, right? But if you ain't feel like doing all that, right, you ain't feel like jumping through all kind of hoops, I mean, they got you jumping through hoops like this Squid Games. So if you ain't trying to do all that, you could do what I do. Once you enable photo mode, remove the grid, and to do so you can press Y on Xbox, and if you're on PlayStation, press triangle, and just using the console screenshot functionality. So you could press the Xbox button and then press the screenshot short key. On PlayStation, it's the share button, and take the screenshot, and then that way it'll save directly to your normal repository on the console, right? So that's, I think, it's probably the most convenient process if you're on consoles. But if you want to use the online repo, obviously just make sure you're online, do the search. And I do think they take a high quality photo if you do the online version, and so you could share that, you know, on whatever platform you feel appropriate. On a side note, I kind of like to use photo mode in a lot of different games to scout ahead. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but often sometimes we'll use photo mode to kind of get a peek of the surrounding area, maybe scout the area out. It could be a little bit advantageous. When I was playing Plague Tale Requiem, I would use photo mode to kind of try to map where to go next. It's a little cheat right there, right? But just putting that out there. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. So folks, that is pretty much that. Just wanted to give you guys this walkthrough video on Assassin's Creed Shadows, showing you how to use photo mode and find save images. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. As always, I appreciate the support, and with that there, I guess I will see you guys in the next video.